Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to another market overview from me. Today's 30th March 2024. This is the last Saturday in the month of March. Has been your year so far? I hope the year has been amazing, right? The first 3 months of the year is gone. We're about to enter the second one at April, right? So I hope April, May, June is going to be amazing for you. All right. It's going to be amazing for me. I can see it already. So I hope it's going to be the same for you. All right. So quickly to the upper right of my screen, yeah, is that the assets we're going to be talking about today. They're 10 in number, right? So I'm sure you can see that I've added quite a number of pairs. So to the up, we have dollar index, then followed by Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD. So there's a lot of dollar assets we're going to be looking at today, and then USD JPY, USD CAD, then AUD CAD, NZD CAD, Euro GBP, GBP AUD. So I'm sure there are 10 in number. Dollar index Euro makes 2, AUD USD, GBP USD makes 4, USD JPY, USD CAD, that's 6, AUD CAD, NZD CAD, 8, Euro GBP, GBP AUD, that's 10. So we're going to be looking at 10 assets today. All right. So once again, you're welcome to my FX market overview. So what I usually do on this call, if you're just watching this for the first time or you're just joining us for the first time, I usually during the weekend look at the market and I try to tell you what's going to happen before it happens, right? I mean, that's how we make money trading, right? Predicting what's going to happen before it happens, and then we place a trade. So if we anticipate that dollar index is going to go up, then that means EU is going to come down, then we're going to sell EU, right? And then if our analysis plays out well, that's profit for us. We make money, right? We make money, and then if we anticipate that EU is going to go the opposite direction, and our analysis ends up being correct, we are also going to make money trading. So, I mean, that's it. It's very simple. All we do is to make money. All we need to do to make money is either buy or sell. And then our market's going to do one. And then, so we either make money or we also stand a chance to lose money. Yeah. So last week, the last FX market overview I did wasn't so long, was just about 17 minutes, I remember. While the previous one, the last two recording, that one was 57 minutes or so. So we had one that was 57 minutes, and then we had another one that was 17 minutes. Now, the 57-minute video was because, I mean, it was that much because I was discussing my trade review, and then I was also telling you what was going to happen on the assets, for the week. Right. So I was doing review and then anticipation for what's going to happen in the coming week. While the last weekly recording I did, there was no number one, the assets weren't much, and then number two, I wasn't discussing the trades I took. So I just went straight to what I'm anticipating for the week. And I remember in the video, I said that what do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think I should continue to do the review and then talk about what I'm anticipating, or just want me to go straight to what I'm anticipating for the week? And now there's been a few comments. I'm just going to pull the comment up now. So there's been about 7 comments. And then this one being the most recent one is Coach T, please keep doing the review and then the outlook. So yes, Godwin wants me to do the review and the outlook together. And then Sam also said, I enjoy it, coach. Please start review motivates and builds more confidence. So yeah, so Sam and Godwin are saying I should do it. And then Kachi, hey fam, how you doing? It's been a while. I hope you're good. Said, good morning, coach. Please keep doing both. The review, the review is also helpful in teaching how to get good entries, even if it's 1 hour, I'll watch 10. So Kachi also said I should do it. And then Sam, okay, first said good morning, then gave his own suggestion. And then uh, Ilochi has said, please, we need the review in a separate video and overview on a separate upload. So only Ilochi said that I should do the videos separately. Now, if I do them separately, it's going to take a lot of my time. I have to upload them separately, because when I do weekly Outlook, I have, when I record a call, I have to take it over to the editing software. I have to edit the voice to remove, background. There's no background noise, but just to make it a little bit more calm. And then, there's a lot of settings and editing I have to do, right? And if I'm going to do that, it's going to take quite my time, right? Quite a lot of my time. So I think another thing YouTube has that makes it even more very good is that now if you see here, it says here 0, 0, 0, 0. Now YouTube has what we call the timeline. So a timeline helps you just go straight to that particular area where you want to watch. Right? If you look at the last two video I did, that's the 56-minute where I was talking about what I'm anticipating for the week, and then what I want what I'm anticipating for the week, and then my review. That video also has timeline. So I think timeline is very important, and that solves the whole. I mean, that gives an answer to everything. So I can, you've all suggested different things, right? I mean, four of you want me, one, two, three. Three of you want me to do the review and the outlook together, while Elochi said I should do them on a separate video. But because of the timeline that YouTube has, I can do all in one and then separate them for you. So if you only want to watch what I'm anticipating on each of these assets, you just have to go straight to it. Just go straight to the timeline. You just click on the comments, the description of the video, you will see the timeline. So you can just click on the timeline. Like this one says 00 intro, 3 minutes, 55 seconds. I was talking about dollar index and euro USD. So I'm going to help you separate it by if I'm doing EU trade review and then EU outlook for the week. So you can just jump to the minutes where I start to talk about EU outlook for the week. So it's going to be really easy that way. All right. So, I mean, very good. Okay. So that's it. Thank you so much for commenting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of you commented, and then 70 people watched it. So that means a lot of people didn't say anything. So I mean, let's assume they are neutral, whichever one they're fine with. Right. So that's also good. All right. So thank you so much. And let us. Okay. So now, dollar index. Wow. Let us begin our analysis now. Okay. So DXY, same thing, same thing. This is the monthly time frame. January, February, March, bullish, 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 right? So imagine uh, we even have a new monthly candle already for dollar index. April I started. This is April, Monday. This is strange because we are still on this Saturday and we already have Monday candle. This is strange. This is April 1. Candle is already printed. That's strange. Okay. All right. But then, I mean, guys, is this not strange? I don't know. Is it showing on your chart? We already have April candle already, and it's a little bit bearish from what I can see. So, January, February, March, price has been bullish. January, we wanted price to go up, right? February, we also wanted price to go up because of the imbalance. And March was a bearish, started out being bearish, it was heavily bearish. And then all of a sudden, March candle closed bullish. And now, come Monday, it's going to be April 1, start of a new month, right? So what's going to be the possible projection for dollar index in the month of April? Now, one thing I'm sure of is that dollar index will come into this imbalance. Okay. Now, what happens after it comes into the imbalance? I will decide that later. But for now, I think we're going to see dollar index come into this imbalance. There are several reasons as to why I believe this is going to happen, right? There's several reasons I believe why this is going to happen. Once again, Now, January, February, March, bullish. We still have a little bit of imbalance left. So I think dollar index is going to come for that. Now, there's a bigger imbalance we have way up here. Up here. All right, but then let's deal with this first. At least let's see price coming into this area first. And then if price doesn't respect this imbalance and starts to give us higher pricing the more, then we can start aiming for this imbalance. Okay, so I'm just going to have this, but we're not going to do anything, any trade idea or any projection into this area yet. Okay, so what I'm saying is that come April, dollar index is still going to go up to fill this imbalance. There's several reasons as to why I'm projecting higher pricing on dollar index. Now we do have liquidity to the downside. We have liquidity here, we have liquidity here, we even have a bigger imbalance down, right? Like if we start to lower the time frame, the weekly time frame, you can see we have this liquidity here, we also have this liquidity here. So, and even though aside from the liquidity, we can see that structure is already giving us a bullish momentum. Higher high, give us the higher low, and then give us this higher high. So the weekly time frame is bullish with the presence of an imbalance. So what's going to be the play? Are they going to come into the imbalance before going up, or just going to go up first? And then they will scale down the more into lower time frame, like the daily time frame. We can see this is that imbalance that was present on the monthly time frame, but the imbalance is quite bigger on the daily time frame, right? First, I mean, it goes all the way up to this area. So now, dollar index most likely is going to go up. Now, I'm not saying the liquidity, I like to spot equal lows, equal highs. We do have it here, and I was projecting lower pricing then, but institutions didn't do that. Instead, the rally price up, but created this low resistance highs, came down into the imbalance, and then went further to the upside. And then price just continued to go to the upside. Now, last week I said that Euro USD, I want to see price sell to the downside. I wanted to see Euro USD go down. I was very precise on this, and I was able to catch an amazing entry, gave me a 5.5 risk reward. So I was risking this particular amount, and I made 5.5 times more than what I'm risking. So if I was risking $100, I just made 550. If I was risking $1,000, that's $5,500. That's amazing. Forex is so interesting. All right. So I said I wanted. So now this is my Euro USD trade review, right? So if you do not want to spend time just listening to me while I'm talking about the review, just go to the timeline below in the description and jump straight to where it says Euro USD projection for the week. Right. Thank you. So now this is my EU trade review. Now I'm just going to pull up the charts quickly. All right. Coming. Okay. So I actually did the markup on my phone. Right. This is March 26th, 2024. Right. March 26th, 2024. This is 1540. So we were already in London, New York session. New York session was already, New York session starts by 14:00. That's 2 p.m. So this is 1 hour, 40 minutes into New York session. Then I saw this entry. Now, this is my entry on EU, the trade to take price to the downside. I was playing 1.08450 as a 50 level. And then the stop loss wasn't so much. I think it's about a 10 pip stop loss, and I was aiming for the equal lows, right? So my entry was on the 15 minutes. Now, I said last week when I was doing the weekly recording that there is liquidity to the downside. So that already established the order flow for me. Okay, there's liquidity to the downside rather. So that established the order flow as to where EU might, potentially move towards as the week starts, right? And now I said we have this imbalance here, and I was making a similarity between what was about to happen and then what happened in the past, right? If you go to the recording, I showed you in this area how I was able to take a sell down, how the institutions created the liquidity, came up to fill the imbalance before further taking price all the way to the downside. That was exactly what happened again last week. I mean, this week. They created the liquidity. On Monday, we didn't have price and sell off, price and take out the liquidity. Instead, price completed that imbalance formation, right? On Monday, we have, on imbalance consists of three candles, right? We have the candle that starts the imbalance. We have the candle that creates the imbalance. And on Monday, give us the candle that completes the imbalance formation. So I saw this on Monday, our price went all the way to the upside. As price was giving us a bullish Monday, I was hoping it would not fill up the imbalance completely. That way, we're going to have the perfect imbalance formation and the signal, that price is going to sell off, right? This is what I like to see. And then on Monday, we had at the end of Monday candle, imbalance completed. And then on Tuesday, price went up, filled the imbalance. I was where I took a sell from. And then I held the trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So 3 days. I held the trade and then price came all the way down to capturing the liquidity. Now, the trade is very simple. First, I was able to spot the liquidity on a bigger time frame because that gives me the directional bias. That already puts me in a position where I know what is going to happen now. So all I have to do is look for those entries taking price to that area where where I had already anticipated price going to get to before it gets there or before the move even starts. That's why I like to do analysis on higher time frame because that gives me the order flow. That gives me the directional bias as to where price is going to go to as the week starts to unfold, right? And that was what happened. So I had a 15-minute entry. Yeah. Okay, so let's wait up. Okay, so this was the trade. Very, very amazing trade. I mean, the trade was so amazing. So now on the 15-minute, as you can see, this was my entry. So another thing I did before I go activated was that, or I think after I go activate, no, before I go activated, was that I saw that okay, I have the daily liquidity as my overall target. That's where I want price to get to. That's where my TP is. Now, are there other little liquidities that institutions will take out as prices coming to my area of interest, coming to my final target? Then I started to spot the liquidity, the equal lows. Remember, this is Monday. Price open. This is the opening price for the week. And I remember what John used to say. Right, John, that's John Phoebe, right? My mentor always said something about if the week is going to be bearish, so buying above the weekly opening price in bearish conditions. Same thing, you can do that for London session. So if London is going to be bearish, buying above London opening price, it's going to be really amazing because you're going to catch a very good entry. And that was what happened, right? So I saw this was the weekly candle. Monday opened, Sunday actually, Sunday, yes. And then price came down, created liquidity, went all the way to the upside. You can see, came down, filled the imbalance, went all the way to the upside, created equal highs, came down, created liquidity, went up, took out the liquidity, came down, created another liquidity, and then went all the way to the upside. So now, finally, Monday closed, Tuesday opened, and then price came into the imbalance. Then I was patient on this. Okay, I wanted to see if price was going to sell off from there. Now it is the daily time frame imbalance. I'm not just going to be setting limits. I could do that, but that's going to give me a very big stop loss. And bigger stop losses, I mean, if you have a big stop loss, it's going to take time for price to actually hit your targets, right? Imagine having a 70 pip stop loss. 1 to 3 means you have to wait for price to get to 210 pip. That's a lot of pips for you to wait. All right. So I like to have the point of interest. I like to have the know where the directional bias is going to be. And then I go to lower time frame to look for those entries. Right. And then on the 15 minutes, I saw this. Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, I was waiting, as you can see with this line here, I was waiting for, I wanted to put this, awaiting break of structure. That was what I wanted to put in this area, awaiting break of structure. So I saw this on my phone. Okay, I already knew I would not be on the system when this breaks structure. So I already saw the rejection and how price was rejecting and how all of the imbalances on lower time frame have been filled except this one. So I wanted price to give me the complete imbalance formation on the 15 minutes, just like what I was anticipating on the daily. Remember the daily, the candle that starts the imbalance, the candle that creates the imbalance, the candle that completes the imbalance, three candle formation. I wanted to have the same thing on the 15 minutes. This candle starts the imbalance, this candle creates the imbalance, the third candle completes the imbalance. And we had about 4 minutes, 55 seconds left. So I had my limits anticipating that this was just going to sell down and give me the break of structure. And then when it sells down and breaks the structure, and then the next candle that opens is going to come into the imbalance, fill me, and then drop. That was why I had this entry there. That was what I was projecting. Like, okay, this is what's going to happen. Let me just set my limits after now, and then when I'm out, price break structure, and then just do stain, and then come back into the imbalance and fill me, and then go down. But what actually happened on this trade was this candle, because I did not expect that this candle will go further up. I thought it was going to come all the way up here, reject, and close, and then it's going to give me that imbalance. So what happened was, if you check the candle on the 15 minutes, that was actually the candle that completes. Remember how we trade imbalance? We trade imbalance this way. Candle that starts the imbalance, candle that completes, that creates the imbalance, and candle that completes the imbalance. After you see those three candles, your next, then you have an entry. Then you wait for price to come into the imbalance. But what happened in this case was that it was the candle that completes the imbalance that filled me in, because I already had my entry before the candle closed. And that was really amazing, because if I had waited for the candle to close, I was going to be, let's say I was going to be around, I would have actually waited for the close of the candle, and then my entry would have been somewhere inside this imbalance, and I would have missed out on this trade. But it was just so amazing that the candle that completes the imbalance was the candle that filled me in. It was a very, very sniper entry, and price, you can see 10 pip stop loss, and that's price just started to drop. And price came down and then took out this liquidity, took out the second liquidity, and then price just started to consolidate a little in that area, went back up, dropped again to the downside, and that was entry for me, and then all the way down. So Tuesday, I held this trade more than 1 to 3 because I had a daily directional bias. Sometimes I could have a daily directional bias, take some partials out. Sometimes I can have a daily directional bias and leave all the position running until price gets there. Now, you need to know the risk that comes with this. You could be running in a lot of profits and you do not take any, and price could reject and all that profit is gone. So could be risky, but times is worth the risk, right? As long as I'm not losing money, because immediately price got to 1 to 3, I was at break even already. And then price just further dropped, and that was a move to the downside eventually. And price, this move was happened during Berlin, right? This was Berlin. I remember I was up in the morning, and then on Thursday morning, I was already in the office before London, 1 hour before London. That's our Berlin session. Berlin opened, and price just started to dump to the downside, and then price just dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped. Even before London session, price already took out I mean, yes, during London session. Oh, yeah, London, exactly. It was London session that gave the further drop to the downside. Immediately London opened, price just started to drop. That was a trade. And now, if you actually look at the 1 hour time frame on this asset, if we look at the 1 hour time frame on this asset, price gave us multiple opportunities to have taken this trade. I saw this, I could have taken it, but I was just okay with one entry I had. You know, I don't want to have second entry, third entry, and then it rejects, and I'm taking 3 losses. No, 2 losses because this one was already at break even. That would have been, I don't like to do it. I do it sometimes, but then not every time. All right, look at this. Took out all of this liquidity, price broke the structure, came into this imbalance. You can see this imbalance in the 1 hour time frame. And then if you draw the line from where price rejected all the way to the past, that is also a demand supply level. Right. So I saw this, and like, I was spotting this because I was on the screen. I was checking my MT4, like, okay, price is rejecting because price came all the way up here. Definitely my profit had reduced. And I was like, okay, maybe it's going to reject from this imbalance. I mean, there's demand, the supply, the imbalance, it would further drop from there. So I wasn't even thinking of adding entries. I was thinking of preserving the one I already had. See? Preserving the one I already had. And then price rejected from there, came up, dropped. And then broke structure again, give us a lower low. And then what happened again, came all the way up again into the next imbalance and then dropped again. So you could have actually added another entry here, added another entry here. It would have been 3 amazing entries all the way to the downside. But I only had one, and I was okay with it. 5.5, really, really amazing. Right. So this is my EU trade for this week. I bought above the opening price for the week. And if you check it on the weekly time frame, that was a weak entry. Definitely a weak entry. All right, so see, my entry was up here. So that was a weak entry. I caught the week and then price just dumped. Really, really amazing trade. All right, so now what am I anticipating for the week on EU? Now, EU has actually taken out the daily lows. So what am I anticipating for EU for the week? Now, I also saw that even though EU took out the liquidity, it also created another one here. Okay, EU created another liquidity. Yes, I'm just going to remove all of this. All right, all of this. And then EU took out this liquidity here. And then, you know what? Let me just flip this. So it took out the liquidity and then created another one here. So we do have another daily lows in this area. Now, I said that the dollar index is most likely going to continue to go up into that monthly imbalance. Now, I'm saying this because if we look at EU, okay, we have another liquidity to the downside. If we look at AUD USD, we also have liquidity to the downside. And if you look at GBP USD, we also have this liquidity to the downside. How many of you remember this GBP USD amazing buy I took? So that has played out, and now we are just anticipating for something else. So GU lows, AU has lows, EU has lows. So there's daily liquidity present to the downside on each of this pair. And if we look at USD JPY, we have liquidity to the upside. Okay. And then if we look at USD CAD, we have liquidity to the upside. So now let's look at it plainly. Now, if EU is the base currency, if Euro is the base currency and USD is the quote currency, that means EU to the left, USD to the right. So if we're anticipating that EU is going to drop, that means we're calling on the strength of dollar. And already from dollar index, we already said that JXY should go up to come into the imbalance on the weekly, on the monthly, I mean, it's present weekly, monthly, no, on the monthly and daily. That's where we have this one. And then we have the daily imbalance up here. Okay. Now, if dollar index is going to go up, EU being the base, Euro being the base, USD being the quote. So if EU is going to go up, AUD is going to go, if EU is going to come down rather, that means AUD USD also should come down, and then GBP USD also lower pricing to the downside. I mean, we have this liquidity and we have this liquidity, and then USD JPY also to the upside. We have perfect equal highs. Look at what happened throughout the week. Look at Friday candle, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Very, very funny. Right? Price just consolidated the whole week, creating very, very small candles. So what's going to be the play for USD JPY? Higher pricing, right? Because there's liquidity to the upside. Now, it might not happen immediately. I mean, you guys should be used to this by now. That's why don't chase it. Don't chase it. Let's see the confirmations, and then the candles will tell you when they are ready to go. That's just it. Because for this one now could come down. They could be aiming for this liquidity before even taking price to the upside. I mean, you guys saw Euro JPY, right? You saw how Euro JPY, let's come to Euro JPY, just did that. We were actually anticipating Euro JPY to take out the liquidity. Instead, it didn't do that. See, it didn't do that. Instead, it came down, dropped further down, and then started to move from here. I didn't catch an entry here, but I was able to take an entry here. So you see it, don't rush it. Okay, don't rush it. So dollar index, higher pricing. Euro USD, lower pricing the more. Okay, but I'm not seeing any entry yet. As the week unfolds, probably we're going to get something, right? But if I go to the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? So you see, no imbalance, nothing. It's just consolidating and also, I mean, not consolidating, but I mean, prices moved, so I'm just chilling now on EU. Okay, but then AUD USD on the daily time frame, we can see that we do have this liquidity to the downside here, and then we also have imbalance in this area. Okay, so there's an imbalance here that the institutions need to feel. So I'm not going to say maybe it's going to buy or sell from there. I'm just going to be neutral. I just want price to come into this imbalance for AUD USD. So I'm calling on lower pricing for AUD USD because of the liquidity. Okay, and if that doesn't happen, if the institutions just take price up, dollar index sells down, then fine. All right, it's okay to be wrong. Okay, that's it for AUD USD, lower pricing. And then for GBP USD, we also have liquidity to the downside, right? I mean, it's a little bit below, but yeah, this one here. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at GBP USD also selling down, right? And then let me check the 2-day time frame. Okay, the weekly time frame. All right, so you see now there is this imbalance here. So I'm just going to be really be open to what is going to happen, right? I'm not going to rush it or try to force my opinion on it, right? So GBP USD, I'm calling for lower pricing, but let's keep monitoring the candles and see what's going to happen, right? Exactly. So before I talk on USD JPY, let's quickly look at Forex Factory. I'm sure we have a major news since um, I'm sure we have a major news this week, this next week, because it is a new week. So definitely there's going to be a major news. But then let's see next week. Okay, so on Sunday, we have no news. I mean, daylight saving time shift. Yes. So it's going to be a daylight saving time shift. So we're going to be 1 hour ahead. Oh, yes. Amazing. And then on Monday, all day bank holiday because of Easter Monday, right? And then Monday, 4 p.m., we have ISM manufacturing PMI. Tuesday, we have Euro major news. Wednesday, we have USD ADP non-farm employment change. And then on Wednesday, 4 p.m., we have ISM. Then 6 p.m., we had Fed Chair Powell speaks. Thursday, CPI for Chef. So we have CPI is going to really move. And then on Friday, major news, NFP. So we have NFP 2:30 p.m. on Friday, April 5th. Right. This is the news I like to really focus on. NFP, FOMC, and CPI. Those are the 3 major news I look out for. Right. So yes, so on Friday we have NFP for dollar. Okay, so oh boy, if dollar is going to really move on Friday, if the institutions really mean business with NFP on Friday, then oh my God, the XY, Euro, AUD, USD, GBP, USD, USD, JPY, USD CAD, they are all going to go crazy. So I really hope we are on the right side of the market if that's going to happen. Okay, so that's it for the Forex Factory. Keep an eye on that. And then we have daylight savings. So I'm going to be 1 hour ahead. My time is going to shift, definitely. And then that means there's going to be a time difference in London Open. So just check with the Forex time zone calculator. The Forex time zone website, that's a website I used to know. London Open, Berlin, New York, and all. Right, okay. So for GBP, USD lower pricing, and then USD JPY, USD JPY, you can already see it, right? You can already see it. USD JPY, higher pricing. All right, so USD JPY, we have this liquidity here. Very perfect, equal highs, very, very amazing. Let me check the monthly time frame quickly. Okay. Oh my God. This is actually, I mean, goes way back. So we have it like October 2022. Wow. USD JPY creating like all-time highs. Really? I'm not sure. Let me check USD JPY Ohanda. Oh my God. USD JPY is about to create like all-time highs. Okay. That's amazing. Okay. So we have triple top. I mean, this candle first got there January 2022. And then we got there again, January, no, oh, sorry. Let me go to the monthly time frame. Okay, so price first got there October 2022, came down, came back up there again, November 2023. Now we are back there again. Now, what do you think is going to happen in this area? A lot of people are going to be looking to sell this because this is a very strong resistance, right? First time price got there, rejected really heavily. Came there the second time, rejected, but not much, right? Okay, let's do something from this high all the way to this low. That's how price really dropped. Okay, now from the same high all the way to this low. So that was about 50% of the move. So this move, rejection, second time price came there, it only gave that rejection about 50% of what it did the last time. So it reduced, right? So if this is 100%, this is 50%. What do you think is going to be this one? Maybe 25, and then it's going to go up, something like that, right? So maybe we can do this. So maybe from here, I don't know how far it's going to go, but probably maybe 25%. So now going to the daily time frame or the weekly time frame rather, what do we have? I mean, we have this, right? So equal highs, I mean, very, very perfect. So going by structure, we have this higher high, higher low, higher high. And now we have this imbalance present. I mean, imbalance has completed already, and we have this here for a buy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be calling for a buy on USD JPY to the upside. Okay, keep an eye on this. It's going to go up. They're going to take out the liquidity. So where can we project? Where can we project? Can we see price come to like maybe 155? Is he gonna get to 155? Maybe 155. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of move to the upside, but we're just gonna write that. Let's leave it there. It's gonna come there. Okay. All right. Okay. So for you as a JPY bullish price action, guys, and then go to the daily time frame. What do we have on the daily time frame? You see, so I just hope we're gonna be a part of this. I don't want a situation where price just go up from here, right? So there's been a lot of consolidation in this area. So I think I want institutions to respect retail traders and take price down. That's people that are looking to sell double top, take price down and then maybe give us our own entry somewhere here. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be somewhere in this area. I would prefer somewhere in this area. All right, so guys, just keep an eye on USD JPY. Make sure it's in your radar. Okay, don't miss this. All right, don't miss this. Anywhere from this imbalance is about 182 pip move. So please keep an eye on that for USD JPY. All right, and then USD CAD. USD CAD also, we are close to the daily liquidity, right? I mean, thank you so much, Moses. He showed me this. Yeah, so we're so close to the liquidity now, and going by the present structure, we can see that we had higher high, higher low, higher high, broke the structure, disrespected it, higher low, higher low, higher high, broke the structure again, disrespected it all the way to the upside. So now we have daily lows, we have lows, and we have highs. So there's liquidity to the upside and to the downside. But then look at this. All right, so we do have this imbalance in this area, and going by the structure, we have this higher high, higher low, higher high, and in this area. So I'm looking at a possible buy from this area to the upside. Right, that's what I'm going to be anticipating. It could sell off, maybe take out the liquidity to the downside. That's possible, but I'm going to be bullish. All right, and if we go to the 4-hour time frame, you can see, so we do have this lows here. So this lows, I'm a little bit worried. You could want to take out this lows, but then I'm going to be open to see what's going to happen. And then on 1 hour time frame, I'm actually looking at this. I saw it on Friday. That was yesterday, but uh, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, I mean, look at the structure: high, low, high, and this imbalance. So what's going to happen? This price just going to go up from there, or they're going to want to come for this lows here. I'm just going to wait to see what's going to happen before I make my final conclusion. And then next on my radar is AUD card. So AUD card also, we have equal lows here. So keep an eye on this, guys. AUD card equal lows to the downside. That's it. And then NZD card, guys. NZD card. I actually took this asset off the radar because it was so annoying, right? But then I think let's give it one more last try. Okay, let's give it one more last try. So I saw something. Okay, NZD card looks like it's giving us what I would call a bat harmonic pattern. Okay, a bat harmonic pattern has an XA with a B extension at 50%, with a C extension anywhere between 38 and 86, and then the D extension at 886 fib level. So what I'm trying to say is that we have X, we have A, we have B at 50, we have C, and then the D should be at 86. This is what a bad harmonic pattern is trying to tell us. So if we are to agree with this, the main start, okay, it should go up somewhere around 0.8. Okay, 0.8. And then in that area, I think there's a lot of, let's see. So you see, there's been a lot of accumulation going on in that area. So this trade is just going to be based on a harmonic pattern, right? So I'm just going to have it here to see what's going to happen. Or I could just further drop down and just expect the harmonic pattern and just drop. Okay, so I'm just going to look at it once again. And then Euro GBP. Euro GBP, amazing trade, right? Came into the imbalance here, stopped the liquidity, didn't take out this one, and then dropped. And then now on the daily time frame, aside from this bigger liquidity we have down here, we also have this daily lows here. So for Euro GBP, I think we might eventually, maybe it's going to take out the liquidity. We've been on this liquidity for a long time now, and the institutions have just been playing us, going back and forth. So are they ready to take it out now? Who knows? But I can see we have another one present in this area, and then going to like the 4-hour time frame. So you can see, so I would prefer daily and anticipate that they're going to come into this daily imbalance. Yeah. All right. And then maybe we can see a seller from there. That's it. And then lastly, GBP AUD. GBP AUD, I remember last week I told you guys I wanted to take a sell, but I didn't place the limit because it is so big. And price actually came there into the imbalance and boom, price dumped. Remember this area? Check the previous recording. I talked about this area. Price came there and now price is rejecting hard. So is it going to continue to drop further down or is it going to go up from there? As the week unfolds, we are going to know. But I'm actually aiming for this daily lows. And then all of this, you can see all of this. And this looks like a bearish flag, right? I mean, bearish flag. You guys know what a bearish flag means, right? So maybe just keep an eye on lower pricing for GBP AUD. Yes. So guys, these are the asset I'm looking at for the week. EXY, Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, USD CAD, AUD CAD, NZD CAD, Euro GBP, GBP AUD. All right, so I would advise that please do not set a limit on Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD for a sell, and then USD JPY, USD CAD for a buy. Right? If it doesn't go your way, you're gonna lose in 5 ways. That's crazy. Please don't do that. Okay, look for the highest probability setup, take it. All right. You know, I can do a lot of analysis, and at the end of the day, I'm taking just 2 or 3 trades. I'm not going to rush it. All right. So just have them on your radar. And I hope and anticipate that the week is going to be amazing for all of us. Happy New Week in advance and happy Easter, guys. This week is going to be amazing. Right. Yeah. All right. So have a good day. Bye bye.